Welcome back to the Outlaw Ranch, and a happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. Hope you guys are with your families and enjoying some much needed family time. Today I thought we would kind of do something real quick. I thought I would try and take these new top plates that go onto my top hats, and we'll pull some bolts out of the old ones. We'll pull the tabs off the old ones, and we will just do a quick check to see how well they fit. I'm sure they're going to be fine. If you remember, I think the casting on this center chunk, one of the bolt holes was off on the original top hat that we put on there. If you remember, I had to punch it out. Well, I think it was a 64th of an inch or 32nd of an inch or whatever it was. It wasn't much. So we'll see. I'm sure the casting is still off even on the new plates, so I might have to punch that hole out, but let's see what we can get done here in just a few minutes. So stand by, folks. Let's get some work done. All right, y'all, as you can see, we got our 8 bolts removed from the top piece here. This is kind of what it looks like. That's your inside of the rock well there. There's nothing really spectacular to see or anything. I did loosen up my string lines here. So let's get that new piece bolted up on here. We'll refine our center line and pull our strings back out again, the right heights, and see what it looks like. So hang on, y'all, a little bit more work to do. All right, y'all, as you can see, all the bolts lined up perfectly. So I'm just gonna take my impact, cinch every one of these down, and then we'll do our little 3/16 inch trick that we did it up on the front axle, where we loosely bolt that 3/16 strap to the wheel mount surfaces. We'll take our measurement, divide it by 2, put a little mark here, probably in our purple Sharpie, and just keep going from there. So stand by, I'm going to cinch these all down, and then let's get a center line done. All right, y'all. As you can see, we've put our little 3/16 strap on each piece here. We measured it out, divided it by 2, and that purple line right there signifies our center line on the axle. So next thing to do, let's get our strings kind of run back here if we can, up over this. We'll just cinch this up, move that string line kind of where it belongs. Same thing here. We'll just slide that string over this tie rod to where we need it, to where it crosses our center line. We'll just snug it up. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. There we go. And now you can see here we have plenty of room to mount our links and ensure that they all would come back to an imaginary point right here. So this is what we were after. Everything now is going to line up really, really nice here, it looks like. In fact, I could even span that bolt here. I can come forward with these, which would also be nice in an effort to make the upper links and the lower links the same. Since the lower links come off of this face of the axle, we can move these forward now and try to duplicate the same lengths for uppers and lowers. So that's all we were after today. Nothing too crazy. Just kind of wanted to show you guys, maybe some of what would be involved in this, what it might take to kind of get these to still work. Might still have to cut the leading edge of this one off as it's interfering with that bolt right there. Not a big deal. We have all kinds of room to do things with, and since that's kind of on the end, we don't have to worry too much about getting a wrench in there. So not a big deal. This one here, there's a bolt right underneath that string there. We might have to figure something out. These aren't the final positions. We'll keep working into it. But as always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching this. I am very grateful to everybody who would watch, my subscribers, even the ones that don't subscribe that still watch. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm very appreciative, and happy Thanksgiving to y'all, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.